Okay, we're here with Johnny Rice, and he's running against Steny Hoyer. His topic of preference is immigration policy. So we're going to interview him on his views on what should be the immigration policy of the United States. And the first question, I guess, is, do you think immigration has served our country well?
Mr. Helfeld, I don't. I really don't. We need changes. And so my DACA policy, which I've been really, getting out to the congressmen, is we got, two options. I think lifetime green card for them, but no welfare. We really need to get green card holders kicked off of welfare. That's not fair for Americans, okay? And
let me say that I agree with you. I agree that immigrants shouldn't come here to get on welfare, but are you familiar with the fact, with the law, that when the immigrants come in here, say like family members, the people that bring them in have to sign a pledge that the immigrant will not take any welfare. And if they do take welfare, the person who brought them in is on the hook to pay for it. So the problem, it seems to me, is that the federal government doesn't apply the law and permits the immigrants to get welfare, even though it's illegal and against the contract that they signed.
See, that's good information, and it needs to be exposed, and it needs to be, they need to start prosecuting. They need to start dealing with the law, but you know that illegals, it's like 70%. It's a huge number. Can I call you Jan?
Yeah, sure.
Huge, like 70% of them are on welfare. Over 75%. Now so I say, give them a lifetime green card, and also we need to stop all legal immigration. I say till 2020, till Trump gets reelected.
All of it?
Yeah.
Are you against any immigrants coming in that want to start businesses here, or want to perform jobs that other people can't, or they have special skills? They come in based on their work abilities. You're against all of that? Isn't that good? Isn't that good for the economy?
I'm against it now, Jan, because we're talking about millions of DACA. Okay, Trump's saying 1.8 million, and then what about the illegals? That really, let's keep it real. We're not going to deport them. Most likely, they're not going to get deported. We could give them green cards also, but no welfare and no citizenship. Lifetime green card.
I think that's fine, but what about immigrants that are going to contribute to our economy, that are going to open businesses or have special skills, technological skills? They come in and do all kinds of IT work and other stuff that we need them for various jobs. That's why, for example, I think Apple wants to protect that, because they're getting a lot of their employees and technical know-how from these kinds of people. Or, for example, the people that created Google, they were immigrants.
Well, again, we need these. We're gonna help legalize these people that are currently DACA, they don't have legalization. So that's 2 million. And then how many illegals are we gonna legalize? I say through a green card. That's like 15 million.
Well, we got to do what you said. You said don't give them welfare, which is just apply the law. Make sure that they don't live off other people's efforts. Everybody, I think, should be in favor of that.
And so, these companies that are hiring, foreigners, we need to put a stop to it. Let them hire Americans. There's plenty of Americans in the tech industry that Apple can hire, that Google can hire. you know, and they're displacing them, you know, Disney. Remember Disney? I mean, the Americans trained them, so trained the foreigners, so then they could take over their jobs, and fired all the Americans. I mean, this is so Trump. Apple is coming back. All the auto industry is coming back to Detroit, bringing their factories back. This is what we need to do, is bring all these companies back from Mexico, from China, and make, you know, give Americans jobs. Bring the companies back, hire Americans.
But are you aware, Johnny, that right now there's about 5 million job opportunities, and the companies cannot find the trained and skilled personnel to do it, so they go unfilled?
You're gonna have to show me. I'll give you my info. You know, you got my contact, Johnny Rex for Congress Facebook. You know, Johnny Rex for Congress at Gmail. I want you to send me that information, because I think there's plenty of high-tech, skilled Americans. We are the #1 tech industry in the world. You know, China. I mean, America. And Bill Clinton sold our Chinese secrets to China. You know, and so we're #1 in that. We got the workers, I believe. I don't agree with that 5 million number. I think we got plenty. We got MIT graduates. We got Harvard. Yeah, we got most prestigious Stanford. We got the most prestigious universities in the world.
Right, we have them,
So,
but we aren't graduating enough of them. Let me say, Johnny, that I appreciate your interview, and I want to wish you.
Now, what about?
Wait a second. I want to wish you a lot of success in your race with Steny Hoyer, and we will get back to each other on those statistics that we disagree on.
Now, what about exposing Hillary Clinton and her frauds? The Clinton Foundation.
That's another interview, but we decided
she needs to be put in jail. Hillary for prison. Yes. And this whole Mueller.
I agree with you, but I wait.
Big fraud. Big fraud. And Jeff Sessions needs to do his job. I want to get into Congress.
Okay.
I'm sick of the
Why is it that Jeff Sessions doesn't do his job?
I think he's afraid. People are afraid of the Clintons.
Oh, come on, he's the Attorney General. Okay, Johnny. Well, but we agree on those points that you made.
Why do you think he's not doing his job? You know, he needs to be investigating Hillary Clinton, the Clinton Foundation, billions of dollars slush fund. She raised billions of dollars, Jan, for Haiti.
I'm aware of all that, and I gave you an opportunity to talk about that, but we decided to do immigration.
All this.
So we agree on all those things,
yeah.
And so we think Jeff Sessions should grow a pair. And,
so what do you think? Why isn't Jeff doing his job? What's your, you know? You've got a lot of knowledge.
Well, I think the truth about Jeff Sessions is that he's gone a little bit mush in the head, and he's not really all there. He's just a shell, and you know that happens to people sometimes when they get old. And he does the real world, the important issues that are going right in front of him. He's not even cognizant of them, and he's wasting his time on minutia when the country is being put through a horrible situation of investigating the president with no evidence and so-called collusion that they haven't been able to get a shred of evidence on, and everybody that they indict has nothing to do with the collusion between Trump and the Russians, when in fact the real collusion occurred between Hillary and the Russians, and he doesn't prosecute them. So on that agreement,
now,
Johnny, we have to finish the interview.
Seth Rich.
You asked me a question, I finished.
Last point. Seth Rich. Who killed Seth Rich? WikiLeaks.
I don't know. Seth Rich was pardoned, and that was an atrocity that Bill Clinton.
Said the leaker